Welcome back to SpeakWise podcast, where you learn to think, listen, and speak English naturally through real-life conversations and immersive stories. If you're enjoying these lessons, don't forget to subscribe and join thousands of English learners who are building real confidence one conversation at a time. Now, let's begin. Have you ever been talking to someone in English? Everything was going well. Then suddenly, one word disappeared from your mind? You knew exactly what you wanted to say. You could picture it. You understood the idea perfectly. But you couldn't remember the English word. So you stopped talking. You apologized. And the conversation became uncomfortable. If that has happened to you, you're not alone. In fact, even native speakers forget words sometimes. The difference is, they don't stop talking. They simply find another way to explain their idea. And today, you're going to learn exactly how to do the same. By the end of this lesson, you'll know how to keep speaking even when you forget a word. You'll learn how to explain ideas using simple English. You'll discover how to sound more fluent without needing a perfect vocabulary. Take a slow, deep breath. Relax. Today, you're going to stop searching for the perfect word and start communicating with confidence. Let's begin today's story. 1 week after the conversation, practice at the cafe, Emma feels more confident than ever. She's asking better questions. She's listening carefully. She's enjoying conversations. One sunny afternoon, Sarah invites everyone to a weekend community market. There are food trucks, local musicians, small bookstores, fresh flowers, artists painting on the sidewalk, families walking together. The atmosphere is lively. Emma arrives carrying a cup of coffee. She smiles as she sees Michael waving from across the street. "Hey, Emma. Over here." Emma walks over. "Hi, everyone." Ryan smiles. "Beautiful day, isn't it?" Emma nods. "It really is." The group begins walking through the market together. They stop at different stands. They taste homemade cookies. They look at handmade jewelry. They laugh as a street musician starts playing an old jazz song. Everything feels relaxed. Suddenly, a young tourist approaches the group. "Excuse me, could you help me? I'm looking for the..." He points toward a small map, the place where people borrow books. Emma smiles immediately. "Oh, She freezes. Library. She knows the word. She has learned it many times. But suddenly, her mind goes completely blank. The tourist waits politely. Emma feels nervous. Why can't I remember such an easy word? The silence grows longer. Sarah notices Emma's expression. She smiles gently. "It's okay. Take your time." Emma closes her eyes for a second. She still can't remember. Finally, Sarah says, "The library?" The tourist smiles. "Yes, that's it. Thank you so much." He walks away happily. Emma sighs. "I can't believe it. I forgot such an easy word." Michael smiles. "It happens." Emma shakes her head. "But I know that word. Why couldn't I remember it?" Sarah smiles. "Because your brain wasn't studying English. Your brain was communicating. There's a big difference." Emma looks confused. "What do you mean?" Sarah smiles. "When you're speaking naturally, your brain isn't searching through a vocabulary list. It's trying to express an idea. Sometimes, one word hides for a few seconds. That's completely normal. Repeat after me. I don't need perfect words. Repeat. I communicate ideas. Repeat. I keep speaking with confidence. Repeat. Excellent. Emma smiles a little. "But what should I do if I can't remember a word?" Sarah points toward a nearby bicycle. "Imagine you forget the word bicycle. Should the conversation stop?" Emma laughs. "I guess not." Sarah smiles. "Of course not. You can simply say, 'It's something people ride. It has 2 wheels. You use it to travel around town.'" Michael laughs. "Everyone would understand." Emma smiles. "I never thought about that." Sarah nods. "Because fluent speakers don't panic when they forget words. They explain. They describe. They keep communicating. Repeat after me. I describe the idea. Repeat. I don't stop speaking. Repeat. Communication is more important than perfection. Repeat. Excellent. The group continues walking. A few minutes later, they stop in front of a fruit stand. Ryan picks up a strange tropical fruit. Emma laughs. I don't know what that's called. Sarah smiles. Perfect. Don't try to remember the name. Describe it. Emma looks carefully. It's round. It's green. It has a rough skin. People eat it after cutting it open. Michael smiles. Exactly. Now everyone understands what you're talking about. Emma laughs. Even without the word. Sarah nods. That's real communication. Now it's time for today's listening challenge. Listen carefully. Sarah says, fluent speakers don't always know every word. They know how to explain their ideas. What does she mean? A. You should stop talking whenever you forget one word. B. Communication becomes natural when you focus on expressing your ideas instead of searching for perfect vocabulary. C. Only native speakers can explain words they forget. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. Emma smiles as they continue walking through the market. For the first time, she realizes something important. Maybe fluency isn't about knowing thousands of words. Maybe it's about never giving up when one word disappears. And today, she's ready to discover a whole new way of speaking English. Sarah smiles. The group continues walking through the community market. Emma is still thinking about what happened a few minutes ago. I can't believe I forgot such a simple word. Sarah smiles. Emma, can I ask you something? Of course. If you forget one word in your own language, do you stop talking? Emma laughs. No. I usually explain it another way. Exactly. That's what fluent English speakers do. They don't search for perfect words. They explain ideas. Repeat after me. I explain my ideas. Repeat. I keep talking. Repeat. Simple English is powerful. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah points toward a colorful food stand. Let's practice. Imagine you forget the word umbrella. Emma thinks for a moment. Sarah smiles. Don't try to remember the word. Describe it. Emma smiles. It's something you use when it rains. Michael nods. Good. Emma continues. You hold it over your head. It keeps you dry. Ryan laughs. Everyone knows what you're talking about. Sarah smiles proudly. Perfect. You communicated successfully. That's fluency. Repeat after me. It's something you use. Repeat. People use it too. Repeat. It helps you. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Let's try another one. Imagine you forget the word microwave. Emma laughs. That's harder. Sarah smiles. Not really. Just explain it. Emma thinks carefully. It's a machine. You use it in the kitchen. It makes food hot very quickly. Michael smiles. Exactly. You never needed the word microwave. Everyone understood you. Emma laughs. This is actually fun. Sarah nods. Because you're thinking about ideas, not vocabulary. Repeat after me. It's a machine that. Repeat. You use it for. Repeat. It helps people. Repeat. Excellent. The group arrives at a small bookstore. Outside the shop, an artist is drawing portraits. Emma watches carefully. Suddenly, she points at the artist. What's the word for? She pauses. The thing he's using. She gestures with her hand. Sarah smiles. Describe it. Emma laughs. Okay. It's something people use to draw pictures. Michael smiles. Good. Emma continues. It's usually made of wood. You sharpen it. Ryan laughs. Ah, pencil. Emma smiles. Exactly. Sarah nods. Notice something. You didn't need to stop. You didn't panic. You simply explained the object. Repeat after me. It's made of. Repeat. People use it every day. Repeat. It looks like. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now let's learn another powerful technique. Use comparaison. Emma looks curious. Comparaison? Sarah nods. Yes. When you don't know one word, compare it to something you do know. Listen carefully. Michael says, I forgot the word wallet. Instead, he says, it's like a small bag for money. Emma smiles. That's easy. Sarah nods. Exactly. Another example. Olivia says, I forgot the word helmet. So I said, it's like a hard hat you wear when riding a bike. Emma laughs. Everyone would understand. Sarah smiles. Exactly. Repeat after me. It's similar to. Repeat. It's kind of like. Repeat. It looks a little like. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now let's play a game. No one is allowed to use the correct word. Everyone must describe it instead. Ryan laughs. This will be interesting. Sarah smiles. First word. Refrigerator. Michael smiles. It's a big box in the kitchen. It keeps food cold. Emma laughs. Iasi. Next one. Camera. Olivia smiles. You use it to take pictures. People often bring it on vacation. Ryan laughs. Too easy. Emma smiles. My turn. Fireworks. She thinks for a moment. They're colorful lights in the sky. People watch them during celebrations. Everyone smiles. Sarah claps her hands. Excellent. Did anyone stop speaking? Everyone shakes their heads. Sarah smiles. Exactly. Your vocabulary became much bigger. Because you learned to explain, not memorize. Repeat after me. I can explain anything. Repeat. I don't need perfect vocabulary. Repeat. People understand my ideas. Repeat. Excellent. Now it's time for today's native tip. Native speakers often forget names too. Instead of stopping, they simply describe what they mean. You can hear expressions like, it's that thing you use. You know, the thing that, it's similar to, it's the kind of. These expressions sound completely natural, and they keep conversations moving. Repeat after me. You know, the thing that. Repeat. It's the kind of. Repeat. It's similar to. Repeat. Wonderful. Sarah smiles. Let's finish with one final challenge. Emily points toward a musical instrument in a nearby shop. Emma. Describe that without saying its name. Emma smiles. It's made of wood. It has strings. People play music with it. You hold it against your body. Michael smiles. A guitar. Emma laughs. Exactly. Sarah nods proudly. Notice what happened. You never stopped. You never apologized. You simply communicated. That's exactly what fluent speakers do every day. Repeat after me. I keep communicating. Repeat. Ideas are more important than words. Repeat. I speak with confidence every day. Repeat. Excellent. Now it's time for today's listening challenge. Listen carefully. Sarah says, simple English is often the fastest English. What does she mean? A. You should always use the longest and most difficult vocabulary possible. B. Using simple descriptions and familiar words helps you communicate more naturally, especially when you forget a specific word. C. Fluent speakers never forget vocabulary. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. Emma smiles as they continue exploring the market. Only an hour ago, forgetting one word made her nervous. Now, she realizes she can explain almost anything. And somehow, that feels even more powerful than remembering every vocabulary word. Sarah smiles. Emma has learned how to describe objects. She has learned how to explain ideas. Now, it's time to learn another secret of fluent speakers. Buying yourself a little more time. Emma smiles. Buying time? Sarah nods. Native speakers don't always answer immediately. Sometimes, they need a second to think too. The difference is, they keep talking while they think. Repeat after me. I don't rush. Repeat. I take my time. Repeat. I keep the conversation moving. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah writes several expressions on a small notebook. Let me think. That's a good question. Well, actually. Emma smiles. I hear those all the time. Sarah nods. Because they're completely natural. They give your brain 1 or 2 extra seconds. Those few seconds are often all you need. Repeat after me. Let me think. Repeat. That's a good question. Repeat. Actually. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Let's practice. Michael asks Emma, what's your favorite place you've ever visited? Emma smiles. Let me think. I think my favorite place is a small mountain town I visited last year. Michael nods. That sounded completely natural. Emma laughs. I didn't feel rushed. Sarah smiles. Exactly. Now another one. Ryan asks. What's one skill you'd love to learn? Emma smiles. That's a good question. I'd love to learn how to play the piano. Ryan smiles. Why? Emma answers. Because music has always inspired me. Repeat after me. That's a good question. Repeat. Let me think. Repeat. I've never thought about that before. Repeat. Excellent. The group continues walking through the market. They stop beside a small coffee stand. Everyone orders a drink. As they wait, Olivia smiles. Emma, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose? Emma posed for a moment. Then she smiles. Well, I've always dreamed of living near the ocean. Somewhere peaceful. Maybe Australia. Or Canada. Michael smiles. Why those places? Emma answers. Because I love nature. And I'd like a slower lifestyle. Sarah smiles proudly. Did everyone notice? Emma never rushed. She gave herself time to think. Repeat after me. Well, repeat. I've always wanted to. Repeat. I'd probably choose. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now let's learn another useful habit. When you forget a word, don't apologize immediately. Emma looks surprised. Really? Sarah nods. Many learners say, sorry, sorry, sorry. Every time they pause. Native speakers don't do that. Instead, they simply continue explaining. Listen carefully. Ryan says. Yesterday, I bought a... He pauses. Then he smiles. You know, the thing you wear when it's cold. Emma laughs. A jacket. Ryan smiles. Exactly. Did I stop talking? Emma shakes her head. No. You just explained it. Sarah smiles. That's real fluency. Repeat after me. You know. Repeat. The thing you wear. Repeat. The thing people use. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now let's practice another conversation. Emily says, I visited an art museum yesterday. Emma smiles. Really? What was your favorite part? Emily thinks. Actually, I loved the modern art section. Some paintings were very unusual. Emma smiles. That sounds interesting. Was there one painting you liked the most? Emily nods. Yes. There was one with hundreds of bright colors. I couldn't stop looking at it. Michael smiles. See? Emma kept the conversation moving, with simple questions. Repeat after me. What did you like most? Repeat. Can you tell me more? Repeat. What happened after that? Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now let's learn something that surprises many English learners. Fluent speakers don't always know the perfect word. Sometimes, they intentionally choose easier words. Emma looks curious. Why? Sarah smiles. Because communication is more important than showing a big vocabulary. Listen. Instead of saying, the restaurant was exquisite, most people simply say, the food was really good. Instead of saying, I was exhausted. Sometimes people simply say, I'm really tired. Simple English is fast English. Repeat after me. Really good. Repeat. Really interesting. Repeat. Really beautiful. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now it's time for today's native tip. If you feel your mind becoming blank, don't panic. Slow down. Smile. Use one of these expressions. Let me think. Actually, well, that's interesting. Those few words give your brain time to find the next idea, and the other person never notices you're thinking. Repeat after me. Actually. Repeat. Well. Repeat. Let me think for a second. Repeat. Wonderful. Sarah smiles. Let's finish with one more role play. Michael asks, "What's your favorite childhood memory?" Emma smiles. Well, that's a wonderful question. I think my favorite memory is learning how to ride a bicycle with my grandfather. Michael smiles. How old were you? Emma laughs. About 7. I fell many times, but he never stopped encouraging me. Ryan smiles. That sounds like a beautiful memory. Emma smiles. It really is. Sarah nods proudly. Beautiful. You didn't answer immediately. You didn't search for perfect vocabulary. You simply allowed your thoughts to arrive naturally. That's exactly how real conversations work. Repeat after me. I give myself time. Repeat. I stay relaxed. Repeat. My English flows naturally. Repeat. Excellent. Now it's time for today's listening challenge. Listen carefully. Sarah says, fluent speakers don't speak perfectly. They speak comfortably. What does she mean? A. Fluent speakers never pause while talking. B. Fluent speakers stay calm, use natural thinking phrases, and continue communicating even when they need a moment to find the right words. C. Only native speakers can sound comfortable in conversations. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. Emma takes another sip of her coffee. She smiles quietly. Only a few weeks ago, a forgotten word would have stopped the entire conversation. Today, she knows something much more valuable. She doesn't need the perfect word immediately. She only needs the confidence to keep speaking. And with every conversation, that confidence continues to grow. Sarah smiles. Emma has learned how to describe objects. She has learned how to buy herself time. Now, it's time to learn one more powerful skill. Talking around a word. Emma smiles. Talking around a word? Sarah nods. Exactly. Sometimes, you know the idea, but the exact English word won't come. Instead of stopping, you simply explain it from another angle. Repeat after me. I explain the idea. Repeat. I don't stop speaking. Repeat. There is always another way. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah points toward a small flower shop. Imagine you forget the word bouquet. What would you do? Emma thinks for a moment. I would say, it's a group of flowers that people give as a gift. Sarah smiles. Perfect. Michael nods. Everyone would understand. Emma laughs. Even though I didn't know the word. Sarah smiles. That's exactly how fluent speakers think. Repeat after me. It's a group of. Repeat. People usually use it for. Repeat. It's often given when. Repeat. Excellent. The group continues walking. A few minutes later, they stop near a stand selling handmade candles. Ryan picks one up. Emma smiles. Let's play another game. Sarah laughs. I was hoping you'd say that. Ryan hides the label. Describe this without saying its name. Emma looks carefully. It's made of wax. People usually keep it in their living room. You light it with fire. It smells really nice. Michael smiles. A candle. Emma laughs. That was easier than I expected. Sarah nods. Because you focused on the idea, not the vocabulary. Repeat after me. It's made of. Repeat. People use it when. Repeat. It smells like. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now let's learn another useful expression. Sometimes, you almost remember the word, but not completely. Native speakers often say, it's on the tip of my tongue. Emma smiles. I've heard that expression before. Sarah nods. It means, you almost remember something, but it hasn't come to your mind yet. Listen carefully. Michael says. What's the name of that actor? Ryan smiles. It's on the tip of my tongue. Give me a second. A few moments later. Tom Hanks. Michael laughs. That's it. Repeat after me. It's on the tip of my tongue. Repeat. Give me a second. Repeat. I'll remember it in a moment. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now let's practice another real conversation. Olivia says. Yesterday I bought something for my kitchen. Emma smiles. What was it? Olivia pose. I forgot the word. It's the thing you use to make coffee every morning. Emma laughs. A coffee maker. Olivia smiles. Exactly. Did the conversation stop? Emma shakes her head. Not at all. Sarah smiles. Because communication continued. Repeat after me. It's the thing that. Repeat. People use it every morning. Repeat. It helps you. Repeat. Excellent. The group walks toward a small park beside the market. Children are playing. Dogs are running happily across the grass. Emma notices a little boy flying something in the sky. She smiles. I forgot the word. Sarah smiles. Describe it. Emma thinks. Children play with it outside. The wind carries it through the air. It has a long string. Ryan smiles. Akite. Emma laughs. Exactly. Michael smiles. You didn't stop. You simply painted a picture. Sarah nods. That's another secret. Great communicators create pictures with words. Repeat after me. It flies in the air. Repeat. Children love playing with it. Repeat. It moves with the wind. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Now, let's learn another strategy. Sometimes, use examples. Instead of giving a definition, Emma looks curious. Can you show me? Of course. Imagine you forget the word dessert. Instead of stopping, you can say things like cake, ice cream, or chocolate that people eat after dinner. Emma smiles. That sounds easy. Sarah nods. Exactly. Examples are powerful. Repeat after me. Things like repeat. For example, repeat. Something similar to repeat. Excellent. Now it's time for today's native tip. Many English learners believe fluency means never forgetting words. That's not true. Real fluency means staying calm when you forget, explaining your ideas, using simple English, and continuing the conversation with confidence. That's exactly what native speakers do every day. Repeat after me. I stay calm. Repeat. I always find another way. Repeat. Communication comes first. Repeat. Wonderful. Sarah smiles. Let's finish with one final challenge. Michael points toward a food truck. Emma, describe the word sandwich without using the word itself. Emma laughs. Okay, it's something people usually eat for lunch. It has bread on the top and bottom. Inside, you can put meat, cheese, vegetables, or eggs. Ryan smiles. Now I'm hungry. Everyone laughs. Sarah smiles proudly. That was excellent. Notice something. You didn't need one perfect word. You used many simple words together, and everyone understood immediately. Repeat after me. Simple words are enough. Repeat. I explain clearly. Repeat. People understand me. Repeat. Excellent. Now it's time for today's listening challenge. Listen carefully. Sarah says, one forgotten word should never stop a conversation. What does she mean? A. You should immediately end the conversation if you forget one vocabulary word. B. Describing, comparing, and giving examples help you communicate successfully even when you can't remember a specific word. C. Only advanced English learners can explain unknown words. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. Emma smiles as the afternoon sun begins to set. Only a short time ago, forgetting a word made her feel embarrassed. Now, she understands something much more important. A conversation isn't built one perfect word at a time. It's built one clear idea at a time. And every time she keeps communicating, instead of giving up, her English becomes a little more fluent. Her confidence becomes a little stronger. And speaking English feels a little more natural than ever before. The afternoon at the community market is slowly coming to an end. The sun is beginning to set. Golden light shines across the small streets. People are packing up their stands. Families are heading home. Emma smiles as she walks beside Sarah. Today felt different. Sarah looks at her. Different? How? Emma laughs. For the first time, I forgot several English words, but I never stopped speaking. Sarah smiles proudly. That's real progress. Repeat after me. I never give up. Repeat. I always find another way. Repeat. Communication is my goal. Repeat. Excellent. As they continue walking, they notice a visitor standing beside a city map. He looks a little confused. Excuse me. Could someone help me? I'm trying to find a place where I can buy medicine. Emma smiles. She immediately knows what he means. She points down the street. She pauses. She suddenly forgets the word pharmacy. A few weeks ago, she would have panicked. Today, she simply smiles. It's a place where people buy medicine. You can also get things like vitamins and bandages there. The visitor smiles. Oh, a farmacie? Emma smiles. Yes, exactly. It's 2 blocks away on the left. The visitor smiles. Thank you so much. Emma smiles. You're welcome. Have a great day. The visitor walks away happily. Michael laughs. Did you notice what just happened? Emma smiles. I forgot the word again. But this time, it didn't matter. Sarah nods. Exactly. The conversation never stopped. Repeat after me. I keep communicating. Repeat. People understand my ideas. Repeat. That's what really matters. Repeat. Excellent. The group continues walking. A few minutes later, they stop near a small ice cream shop. Ryan smiles. Let's play one final game. Emma laughs. Another one? Ryan nods. One last challenge. Describe these words without saying them. Ready? Emma smiles. I'm ready, Ryan says. Airport. Emma thinks for a second. It's a place where airplanes arrive and leave. People travel there before flying to another city or country. Michael smiles. Perfect. Next one. Backpack. Emma smiles. It's something you carry on your back. Students often use it for books. Travelers use it for clothes. Olivia smiles. Excellent. Next one. Bridge. Emma smiles confidently. It's something people use to cross a river or a road. Cars and people can go across it. Ryan laughs. You're getting really good at this. Emma smiles. It actually feels easier than remembering the exact word. Sarah nods. Because now you're thinking like a communicator, not like a dictionary. Repeat after me. I explain clearly. Repeat. I speak with confidence. Repeat. My ideas are easy to understand. Repeat. Excellent. Sarah smiles. Before we leave, I'd like to tell you one final story. Emma listens carefully. Years ago, I met an elderly traveler in Italy. His English wasn't perfect. He often forgot words, but he smiled. He described everything. He used simple English. He used hand gestures. He laughed whenever he forgot a word. Do you know what happened? Emma shakes her head. People loved talking with him, not because his English was perfect, but because he was never afraid to communicate. Emma smiles. That's inspiring. Sarah nods. Confidence attracts people. Fear pushes people away. Repeat after me. Confidence grows with practice. Repeat. Mistakes help me improve. Repeat. I speak without fear. Repeat. Excellent. Michael smiles. Emma, can I ask you one last question? Of course. If you forget a word tomorrow, what will you do? Emma smiles without hesitation. I'll explain it. I'll use simple English. I'll give examples. I'll compare it to something else. And most importantly, I'll keep talking. Sarah smiles proudly. That's exactly what fluent speakers do. Repeat after me. I keep speaking. Repeat. I never panic. Repeat. There's always another way to explain. Repeat. Excellent. Now it's time for today's native tip. The goal of communication isn't finding the perfect word. The goal is helping another person understand your idea. Sometimes, one simple sentence is more powerful than one difficult word. Always remember, simple English is real English. Repeat after me. Simple English works. Repeat. Ideas matter more than vocabulary. Repeat. I communicate with confidence. Repeat. Wonderful. The group begins walking toward the parking lot. The evening sky is painted with orange and pink colors. Everyone is smiling. Everyone is talking. Nobody is worried about perfect English. Emma looks around quietly. Only a few months ago, she believed fluency meant knowing every word. Today, she understands something completely different. Fluency isn't having a perfect vocabulary. Fluency is trusting yourself when the perfect word doesn't come. Michael smiles. You seem very happy today. Emma laughs. I am. Because today, I stopped trying to sound perfect, and I started focusing on being understood. Sarah smiles. That's one of the biggest turning points in learning any language. When you stop chasing perfection, you finally become free to communicate. Repeat after me. I trust myself. Repeat. I express my ideas. Repeat. Every conversation makes me stronger. Repeat. People understand me. Repeat. Excellent. Now it's time for today's final listening challenge. Listen carefully. Sarah says, fluent speakers don't know every word. They know how to keep communicating. What does she mean? A. Fluent speakers never forget vocabulary. B. Confident speakers describe, compare, give examples, and continue talking instead of stopping when they forget a word. C. Only native speakers can communicate naturally. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. Emma smiles as she takes one last look at the busy market. She remembers the moment she forgot the word library. Only a few hours ago, that moment felt embarrassing. Now, it feels like the beginning of a new way of speaking English. She no longer believes that every sentence needs perfect vocabulary. She believes something much more powerful. Every idea deserves to be shared, even if the words aren't perfect. Now think in English with me. I communicate with confidence. Repeat. I don't fear forgotten words. Repeat. I always find another way. Repeat. Simple English is enough. Repeat. Every conversation helps me grow. Repeat. I become more fluent every single day. Repeat. Excellent. Take one slow, deep breath. Smile. Today, you discovered one of the greatest secrets of confident English speakers. You don't need to know every word. You don't need perfect vocabulary. You don't need perfect grammar. You only need the courage to keep communicating. Because language isn't about perfection. It's about connection. Thank you so much for spending this time with me on SpeakWise podcast. If today's lesson helped you stop worrying about forgotten words, please subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Your support helps us continue creating free English lessons for learners around the world. If you enjoyed today's lesson, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who wants to speak English more naturally and confidently. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what's one English word you've forgotten during a conversation? And how would you describe it using simple English? I'd love to read your answers. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, keep communicating. And remember, the best English isn't perfect English. It's English that helps people understand you. This is SpeakWise podcast, where every conversation brings you one step closer to confident, natural English. Take care, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.